RachandBella Crafts. Rachel here. I hope you're all well. So for today's video, I am going to make some belly bands using vellum and an instant ink delivery box from HP. So I'm sure many of you have seen the little square boxes. And I was a little bit quick cutting mine up and thought, oh, I should show you what the box looked like. But we all have our ink for our HP printers on the delivery repeat. You'll know it comes in a little cardboard box. There's been lots of different tutorials on things that you can use your cardboard boxes for. But I was just having a think yesterday and I thought, I wonder. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a botanical themed belly band using an instant ink cardboard box and some vellum. Okay, so what I have done is I have taken my box apart, as you can see. I have several bits and pieces here. I also have all of the extra bits that I've taken off, which is great. I'm sure we'll find use for all of that later, but I don't actually need any of that. All I needed was the sections from the side. So what I've done is I've taken this bit here and then the same on the other side. And you'll notice about this cardboard is that it is smooth on both sides. So what I then did was, well, the first thing I've done is I've cut squares out. So I've taken the side off, taken everything else off of it, and then I've taken my ruler. I didn't really want to see me do this bit. I'm sure we all have different ways of cutting squares, but I've literally measured, worked out, you know, the distances between. I think I've left like 2 centimetres between each one, and they're 3 centimetres wide. And then I just left a centimetre either side. You know, so I've got room to stick my image onto the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of give it, you know, like a photograph negative, or we're going to go with that kind of a look, but it's going to be a botanical negative belly band, which sounds like a ridiculous thing to say, and that's why I didn't use the word negative because anything negative is thought as to be bad, but it's not bad, it's good. So what I'm going to do is oh, that was the other thing I was going to say, sorry. I've taken off, after I cut it, I then took my craft knife to the corrugated cardboard. Let me get a better bit to show you. And I've simply then peeled off the one side so that we can get to the corrugated card underneath, because we want to make it look really botanical and just, you know, rustic. Yeah, so if you do that, it exposes then the what's underneath, and just do it carefully along like that. But I don't know, I just think it's a great way to use these boxes, because at one point I just had them building up all over the place. Thankfully, well, I had the idea yesterday, and then when I got home from work today, lo and behold, what should have been delivered and was on my doorstep but a box of ink. And I was like, perfect. I'll use that. But there you go. So you can see now how you get that card to look the way that it does. Right, so without further ado, lid on that. I'm going to grab my brush. Now, don't laugh at my paintbrush because I couldn't find a small one. I think this is actually one of my other half's painting brushes, because he's a painter and decorator, so we won't tell him. We will just use it and then go and quickly wash it, and he'll never be any the wiser. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply a thin layer of acrylic gesso, I think we call it, aren't we? And then you know, we aren't going to be overly fussy, but it's just because we're going to add some layers and colours, one thing another, but we just want it to feel a bit rustic. So don't worry if you've got like bits of that sticking up, that's fine. It all adds to the character, and you know, etc, etc, as they say. There we go. Right, so that's that bit there. I was super impressed watching Tina's video on the weekend for the how to botanical collaboration. She did an amazing thing with her flowers, but what fascinated me was she had a set of gloves on using the gesso. And I thought, why do I never think to do that? I would end up with it all over my hands, all in my nails. Oh, bless her, she got in a bit of a mess in the end, didn't she? I did have a giggle, though. I thought she was great. She's just so much fun. She always makes me smile. Absolutely brilliant. There we go. Right, okay. I'm just going to go and wash the brush. I'll be straight back. Okay, so now that the gesso is dry, which I've just dusted with my little air dryer, I'm going to start putting some watercolour paints on there now. Now, obviously, you can use whatever paints you want, acrylics, anything. Anything goes, it doesn't matter. You can do it with a felt tip pen if you want. Really not bothered, it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to use watercolour because that's what's on my desk. And because I've got a nice broad, you know, selection of colour choices. So let's have a little play about with some different tones a second, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different browns in my watercolour set. So let's see which of these is going to be. I want it to be quite dark actually, but I'm not going to colour the whole thing. But what I may do is go back over it with some gesso afterwards if I end up with too much on this. I'm not going to worry too much, but let's just, oh, that's a better colour, I think. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Golly, somebody's revving their engine outside. You know, they're awfully noisy on my street with their vehicles. It's like, you swear we live in a racetrack some days. Really would. I should try that. Oh, that's better. Yes, that's more woody tree-like, isn't it? Yes, right. We will go with that. So a bit more water on there. Okay then. Right, now obviously ideally they would be going that way, but in this case they're not, so we're gonna have to just go with what we got and hope for the best. I'm sure it'll all turn out okay. I'm sure it'll all be fine in the end. Okay. I'm probably gonna need to do a couple of different coats on here, so I may speed up now, guys, so that you're not going to get bored, okay? Okay, so now that that's nice and dry, what I have done, let me just zoom out a bit, there you go, sorry. What I have done is I have taken this page from the Botanical Dreams kit, and I printed it out onto a sheet of vellum. And I think Lillifee, it's actually come out rather well. So I am going to cut out a couple of these now. I think I'd like to have some butterfly edges on there. And we're going to then use these, like, you know, like when you do our junk mail envelopes. You've got the window, except this time we're creating the windows. And this will form part of our belly band. So, obviously they're not all going to fit the whole part in, but I think if I kind of just about twist it like that, there we go. Yeah, that looks rather lovely, doesn't it? So I'm just going to choose my images, and then you can get sticking. So So I'm going to just try and see if there's any way I can, no, I don't think I can. I think that's going to be one or t'other, because it's, oh actually they fit quite nicely in there, don't they? Yeah. Right, so let's just cut that down. We've had another amazing weekend instalment with our collaboration videos. Yeah, I had quite a funny, I was up quite late last night, and I was, I'd had a message earlier on in the day from Diane at the Messy Palette, and she was just checking in about what time the videos were being posted. And of course, Diane is in Australia, so you know, we discussed the time between us and everything, and she said, right, sure, I'm going to get off to bed now. So it was like, well, I thought it was like mid-afternoon here, but perhaps it was earlier than I realised. So I was like, oh gosh, yes, off to bed, off you go, you know, it's getting late, blah, blah, blah. Well, then I was sat there then late in the evening, and I don't know what I must have been doing, but up my notification popped to say that a video had gone on. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's up already, is it? Gosh. You know, how did she do that? You know, if she was asleep or anything. I thought, oh yeah, she must have scheduled it. So I started watching it. Well, in fact, I put it on the big telly because I was the only one up. And I was sat there watching it on my big TV, and then she messaged me then and sent me the link. And I was like, oh. So I messaged her, what are you doing out of bed? I said, you should be fast asleep. I said, I'm actually watching you on my big TV now. So she laughed then. She said, fast asleep? She just got up. She said, it's 8:15. In the morning, mind. So obviously I've been busy all through my day. She must have messaged me much earlier than I thought in the day, but it was just funny because I just, in my head, I was kind of thinking, gosh, it must be like, you know, 4 in the morning, what's she doing out of bed? But it wasn't, so all was good. But yeah, so her video was really good. I don't know if you've seen it yet. If you haven't, go and have a look. She wants you to vote on which of the lovely covers that she was working on to put on. So I thought they were all wonderful, but you all are our favourites, don't we? Now, speaking of covers, if you go on to our Facebook group, we have a giveaway running on there this week. Bella made a really lovely vintage style folder yesterday, and she's kind of given it for a giveaway. So we are running a quiz on our Facebook group, and there'll be a question every day, and then we'll do the drawing on the weekend. So make sure you get on over and have a go, and you might win a lovely Bella fancy. So there's a couple of posts on there about it anyway, but if you can't find it, just go up in the search bar and type in giveaway, because I've made sure I've written that on. But there's a little flip through on the Facebook group as well, so you can see what you're playing for. But yeah, so don't miss that, will you? Because I can't believe we are almost at the end of the collaboration. It's gone so fast. It really has. We seem to wait ages for these events just to kind of kick off, because obviously we plan them for a bit and get everything ready, and then all of a sudden then it's like it's here and then it's over. But oh my gosh, no, it's been brilliant, hasn't it? I've really, really enjoyed it. I've got to be honest with you, this is one thing I've not ever really had much of an opportunity to do, is botanical journals, and I'm really enjoying just a different way of doing things, different style, because I tend to be perhaps vintagey, I don't know, a bit of bohemian sometimes, but no, I've definitely never managed to put any time into botanical. Now, I know Mum spent quite a bit of time doing botanical journals. She makes brilliant botanical ones, but I really enjoyed having the opportunity to have a go and to learn lots of new techniques, and it's just a whole different ball game for like the ephemera and everything. Just, I don't know, everything just opens up a bit, I think, with the botanical theme, because it's a case of anything goes, you know, nothing's off the table really, is it? You know, even bringing in twigs from outside and using them on your journal cover. It's like, yeah, go for it, anything goes. Brilliant. What should we put? I wonder if I might put a bit of music paper on there. Ooh. Bit of that bush there is quite nice, mind you. I don't know. Of course, if you do use this stitchy and print it out, you can print them a bit smaller. In fact, I think there are a couple of sizes of these on there, because I did look at which one to print out first, because obviously you don't want to be wasting vellum, do we? So, but I wanted the butterflies to be that size, so that's why I went with this one. But of course you can print them out slightly smaller or half size, or like I say, print the one page that's got all the tickets and stuff on there, and then it might, you know, it all depends really on the size of your squares, the frames. But yeah, just thought it might be something a little bit different, because obviously we're going to be putting all of the ephemera that we've made into the giveaway journal this week, ready for the draw next weekend. Also, don't forget about the giveaway journal. If you've entered by donating to the charity page, thank you very much to all those that have donated so far. Very grateful, and the charity are very grateful. I did in fact update them on it today, so they're all very excited. They had one of the clubs was running this afternoon, because we have different clubs and things for the service users to attend, and we had the one in our office today, and I was telling them we were all super excited. So yeah, a huge thank you to you all for that. But yeah, if you haven't yet entered, there is a fundraiser for the charity, Sight Cymru. They are a charity that provides services and support to people who have vision impairment and sight loss. And we operate throughout Wales. But yeah, so if you do want to donate, the link is in the description box below. It's completely no obligation. It's just how I wanted to do the giveaway this time. And obviously for everybody that donates, they will be entered then into the giveaway for the Botanical Journal. Let's go with that one here, I think. Doesn't matter if it overhangs a little. Let's just cut that down a smidgen. There we go. Okay. Yeah, well, that hasn't taken any time at all, really, has it? So, as you can see, this is a super duper easy project, but one that I think is going to have lots and lots of, you know, it's going to be quite effective in your journal. Now, obviously, if you're doing, you could, it doesn't have to be a belly band. It can be used as a tuck. It can be used as a kind of pocket. You can use it on the front of your cover. You could use it on a spine. I bet that would look quite good actually on the spine of a botanical journal. So yeah, lots of different things and ways in which you can utilize this. Right, let me just clear out the way. I am wondering if I might just add a few speckles of gesso to that, because I think it's a bit dark and I want some white spots on it. And I don't mean spots, I mean as in, you know, some streaks. So I might just do that, and then I'm going to add a few bits and pieces then to decorate it. So bear with me just a moment while I get my gesso. little belly bands made. You can see how they've all been constructed and how they dried. I am going to go and decorate them now, and I will show you some images of them at the end then when I'm done. Thank you so much for joining me today though, and I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the tutorial, and have a great day, and we will see you very soon. Take care now. Bye.